Hello my friends, welcome to Spicy Cat Colors. I'm Kathy. I just needed something to hold while we started this off. Welcome new and seasoned friends. Forgot I had these. I have no idea if they're any good. But we're here to talk color by numbers, and these seemed like a perfect little prop. So we have some color by number princess. I am doing, oh, they actually work. I think I bought a set of velvet posters and these came with it. So in case you're a new friend, you might have already clicked off, but I get sidetracked pretty easily, all the pretty things. So we are doing the top 10 color by number tag. This was created by Lauren Loves Color. I, because I am so slow at getting my posts done, was tagged by 3 people. Lauren actually tagged me when she first posted, and Samantha Oswald and Tammy Colors 2 have tagged me. So this is a pretty simple premise. You pick your top 10 color by numbers and you count them down. Those of us that were brave, we actually ranked them in an order. Hence the reason it has taken me so long to post, because every day I would think about this and be like, well, no, that's not the right order. And I'd obsess, and yeah, the moment would pass, I wouldn't be able to film, and I couldn't even get a top 10. So I do have my top 10 ranked. However, I have 5 honorable mentions. Now with any awards category, that seems like it's okay. It should be acceptable. Lauren, you can fail me. It's okay. But there were some, these were the ones that kept going on the list and off the list and on the list and off the list. And those of you that are color by number fans are probably going to question some of my choices. And that's okay, because we all, as color by number fans, have our favorites for different reasons. So if you're a seasoned friend, you know I'm going to explain the reasons while I go through it. And let us get started. Oh, I'm also going to just note that I'm not tagging anybody, because color by number is one of those in the coloring community. I think people either love it or don't love it, or it's just okay. It's a filler. So everyone may not have even 10 in their collection, and some don't do any color by number. So the people I know that are die-hard color by numbers have already done this tag. But if you are seeing this and you want to jump in, please do. Just give credit to Lauren when you post your video. So let's go through my honorable mentions. Now this is one, I think I've been the only person I've seen a color in it. This was actually my random book of the year in my 10 books to touch. So I bought this on Book Outlet. It is Color and Discover, Elaine Boyer and Isabel Nicole. And it is geared most likely towards children, but I say ages X to infinity. And the reason I really like this, I didn't think I would. So it's double-sided, and it is, you have a couple different choices. You have color by number, where they give you a code. You have a color by dot. Should we zoom in? Here we go. So you got your color by number, you have color by dot, where you use the color of the dot. You have a color by letter, very similar to color by number. You have a code, and you have color by symbol. And the pages are, there are a lot of pages in here. Does it even tell me? I don't know how many pages are here. It's a lot. But oh, I just noticed it has who illustrated. So this Isabel Nicole did the first half of the book, say, and Elaine Boyer did the last half, and there's 96 pages. So I'm just going to show you some of the ones I have done. Some have some parts of the picture already colored. Oh, let's zoom back out. There you go. And a lot of them you can tell what the image is. It's not like a mystery by any means. The color code actually does take up part of the picture, as in this page, which I recently did. I did this one all in colored pencil first I thought it was crayon, but nope, this was colored pencil. And I think I've only done colored pencil and crayon in here, and I love it. So it is something super simple, super easy when I just want to put color to page. This one, I feel it, this is crayon. But the pages are cute and fun. Look, you got a mandala, here is a princess. I think this is a great book. If you find it somewhere, especially at a steal of a deal, as I did on Book Outlet, I would check it out. I will post Amazon affiliate links down below to the books that I mention here. I think all of them can be found, even this one. And I'll also put my Book Outlet referral link, which if you use that, you give me some credit, you get some credit, we all win. But yeah, I always check Book Outlet first because their inventory is always changing. And they have some fun color by numbers. So honorable mention number 1. Now these are just honorable mention, they're not in like a order. Next one, this one went on and off and on and off. And the only reason it didn't make the top 10 is because I have not colored in it enough. The Mindware books, they have this version, which is color counts. They also have a mystery color by number, which I do not have any of them. Those are the mystery mosaics. I want to get some, and I will. Again, we'll zoom in. So these are the color counts, and then this is the color by number mosaics. They also have these other books, which I think this is color by number as well. Anyway, this is the only one I have, which is the Color Counts Animals version. And so I do like this, and let me show you. You're gonna get a sneak peek of my completed pages because it is a nice thick black line, so easy for coloring with alcohol markers, which is what I did here. You can always tell by the bleed through. Your color code is always on the left, and they pretty much just give you the name. They don't have a printed what their example of those are, so you can tweak your colors depending on what medium you're using or what markers. And then I just colored in, and like here I marked my Tau tree numbers that I was using. The good bad version, there's not a ton of images in here compared to other books, and you get 2 copies of each, except mine was like a misprint. I don't have the second copy of my elephant, but anyway, so here's your first page. These are perforated, and the perforation is right here, so if you want to take it out, you would not have to worry about trimming off the color key. The numbers, let's zoom in. I think if you have a visual impairment, this is probably not good on the color by number part. While the lines are easy, the colors are all in a lighter gray, and because of the busyness, it could be, I think, a little difficult to see. So the second copy, so you have the first one coded in for your colors, then you get a second copy of the book, and you can see this one, or the book of the pages, doesn't have any colors or assignments, so you can color it as you wish. The challenge I found with this, which was one of the reasons I ended up not making the top 10 list, is because this page, not so difficult. I mean, you can obviously see where the tiger is, and I could color the tiger and the sun and the tree branches, and then maybe figure out the flowers and stuff. But they are pretty busy, and it would be really hard. So here's another page I completed, but when I go to this page, I'm gonna have a hard time seeing what the leaves, or I don't even know if these are mountains. It just looks like a lot of little pieces. So I don't know that I'll end up doing these. For now, I plan on just doing the color by number pages. These also have a couple, I think there's a couple in here where it's a double page and has a fold out. So I want to tackle one of these next, the fold out versions. And then again, they have the other fold out as well. So This is close contender, but just made the honorable mention list. Another, maybe controversial, I have Saichin Sachideva on my honorable mention. Absolutely love what I have worked in. I do not have very many of Saichin, or I don't have any of Prachi, his wife's books. And I think the only other book than 50 Diamond Mandalas is the compilation he put out earlier this year. I think there's 10 pages of a handful of books. So these are the only two I have. So the sole reason is just I'm not as experienced with his work, but I do love it. This book especially has been a recent purchase for me. I have only done one page in it, but I do like it. I like his style, easy to follow, and reasonable color palette. There are there bonus pages in this one? No, but there's lots of extra sheets at the back. And I do know this version, I don't know if all of his books are, but this one specifically is available in a non-color by number version. But all of these are beautiful. And I just, like I said, definitely love it. Just not as familiar. I don't have enough of his work to pick a favorite of his books. Again, don't come at me with your colored pencils sharpened, because I have Kira Sachideva, her color by numbers or color by color only made the honorable mention because I have other of Kira's books which I love more. This is her only color by color or color by number that I have. She has been releasing a lot in her color by color series that are lovely, and I love this book. I have done a few pages in it, and it is your premium quality paper. It's easy to follow. These are the two I've done, and I just don't have enough of them to give it a spot. Although you're going to see some where I don't have that many either, but overall I actually prefer her non-color by number. But what I give her huge credit for is in this one, and I don't know because I don't have any of the other color by colors series, is how she has done the eyes. Because as I will show you when we get to the top 10 list, that when you're trying to do a color by number face with eyes, a lot of times they come out looking scary. So I think this is the way to go as far as if other artists or publishers are taking note, that just already have the eyes done for us. Because in the end, I think it makes the picture just that much more alive, and I don't have to ruin the lovely eyes. So definitely adore this book, and I will do all of it, and I'm sure I will buy more. And of the color by colors, this Women's World is currently my favorite, which is why it's the only one I've purchased. And the last to make my honorable mention, and this is one of those that's kind of, I wasn't sure if it qualified as colored by number or regular. I actually recently used it in the Olympics tag as one of my top 10 books. This specific copy of the icons was a gift, and I greatly appreciate it from my friend Ms. Turtle. But these are, I'm sure people have seen them. These for sure are difficult if you have a vision, a problem with vision. The nice part is you have 5 numbers, only 5 numbers, and you pick your own colors. So number 1 is the darkest, and if you can see, even the color of the font as they've numbered it up to 5 is the palest. So it can be tricky to see those 5s because they're very pale. The nice part is once you're done coloring them, a lot of the, Frankie, hi Frankie, here's the numbers don't completely fade away, but they somewhat fade away. Hi Frankie, we're trying to film here. So this is a page I did. It will be it's a sneak peek. You might be getting some sneak peeks of my completed pages. And I actually was looking for like a 90s, this is Kurt Cobain in case you can't tell, and picked this palette based off of their one of their album covers. So well, those are the honorable mentions to the top 10. Now, Frankie is not color by number. He is gray and white, and he's trying to drink my iced coffee. We're gonna see, he might need some love, so we'll have to pause. And if that's the case, which let's just pause, because I know until he gets what he wants, which is attention, he's not going to let me finish. I have all of the other books ready though, so for you it's only going to be a second. For me, it might be a while. Okay, we're back for the moment. So I have a couple examples for each of these to show you, just because that's how I do things. So coming in at number 10 is Mystery Colors. This I found, I'm sure I saw it on a channel back when I started getting into ColorTube, watching it, and then I jumped on the bandwagon. This is the very first one that I purchased, Mystery Colors Jungle Animals. These are available in stores or for subscription. I did subscribe to it since then, and now I get them. I have a couple, when I get a new one, I do a flip, so you can check my channel back for that, and I'll give you more of my opinion on those. This is one I've actually finished, and yeah, I use a variety of mediums. They come, you know, it's a theme, so dinosaurs, and some are more of a mystery than others. This book has a lot easier to color. Oh, FYI, here you go. People often ask me, think you can subscribe on Amazon? Or this is where I subscribed, on this website right here. I just went there and whoa, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Filled it out and subscribed. So they also have, this was another one that came out. And then, so they've been progressively getting smaller and smaller as far as coloring spaces. Seriously. Crazy. They are also available on Amazon now. I don't know if this was Joe Bartos was the original illustrator for these, but so far there are 2 compilations. Now, if you have already purchased all of these or subscribed, you probably don't want the books unless you really love them, because the books will repeat. So the baby animals is one I want. Oh yeah, I'm showing you answers. You've already figured that out, because I did not get the baby animals version. I did not know about it yet at that time, and there may be some repeats, so I will show you what I mean. Notice this one right here. So this book is available on Amazon, and here is the first one that I had purchased, and this has, look, it's the same one. So I haven't compared what else, but even between the 2 books, there is duplicates, which is fine. These are all animals, and then they did the baby animal, and I'm very excited because there is one coming out that is Christmas. I've already pre-ordered it. So of these, I would also want to show you, so here's the one I did, and just so you're aware, the paper is different in the magazine versus the actual book. So this is a little thicker, and this works fine. I use water-based markers, I've used alcohol markers, I've used crayons, I've used pencils. I only did this one page, and I did it with water-based, and it also worked fine. There's a little bit of a difference as far as you might notice the difference in mediums, but just so you're aware, the paper is different. And of the number 10, so this is the I know, the long way to get there. But of all of these, this one right here, we'll say, is my number 10 favorite color by number book, because it was my very first of this series. Okay, my book's kind of twisted. Number 9 on my list of tops is from Zen Master, Kittens and Cats. This book itself was a gift to me. And the Zen Master coloring books, I don't know specifically, there's not an artist attributed, and I'm pretty sure they just use stock photos and turn them into color by numbers, because a lot of the pages in here, as a crazy cat lady, I have seen versions of these images on the internet. So I would like to think they are all, you know, ooh, and you got bonus ones at the back, that they are royalty free, but I've seen them before. And what I like about these, why it made my top 10 list, is for me, this is great. If you have a visual impairment, these will not be good. Let's zoom in and you can see what I mean. So the numbers are very, very small, very light, and they are in like once in a section. So the nice part is when you're done coloring, the numbers almost disappear. Here is a page I have completed. Again, sneak peek for August, because they don't have a bunch of numbers all over, and they don't have the spaces broken into, you know, kind of cut up. It's just like the solid space. So I liked that because I used alcohol markers, so I was able to color it in, not really get any streaking, and the colors the numbers fade away. But again, if you have difficulty seeing some of that finer print, this would probably not be your favorite. And the other thing that's kind of a weird to me is their color palette. And because this is the only one of their books I have, I can't speak to what it is on all of them. But like, this isn't a very vibrant palette. And like the names, you know, pistachio mint. And look, I think we've got at least 5 browns. We have a fawn, a light brown, a cocoa, a milk chocolate, and an amber. That's just too many browns. So when I like did my page, I found like cadet blue, winter blue, primary blue. I just rolled with it and found the colors I was going to need and picked them out. Like I knew I needed a tan, or basically 2 tans and some browns. I just chose mine. I also changed up the colors if I want to. They do list all of their colors, even if you don't need them all. But I do like this, and I will work some more in it, and then I will probably check out some others. So that was my number 9. Number 8 is a biggie. Color Quest. I have Color Quest Cityscapes, which I have not colored in at all. This is a big book, Johanna Webster. I don't know if it's her or if somebody else from the company, they are kind of revamping. They've put out some new ones that are a smaller size. I have not purchased any. They've been slowly releasing. I think most of them, maybe one's released. And one of the ones they're doing is like a compilation. So I will wait and see if I get them. But these are a variety of shapes. Could be hexagons, triangles. All of them have your color palette listed here with not the name, just an example of the color. Here is one of the pages I did. These were all triangles. They all have the white space. At least this one had the white spaces in between. This does not have any spaces. This one does. And at least in this book, it's a variety. I'll show you the answer key after I get to the other one I did. There's the other one I did, which was square pixels. And I really do like it. It's extreme challenging. So I'm going to show you the answer key. Let's get back there. And you can see what I mean by this version of the book has just a huge variety of images, which I actually enjoy in a color by number. I don't mind like thematic ones, if it's all animals, all a holiday, or the like, but I do kind of like when it's just a hodgepodge. So I will continue to work in that, and I will probably buy those new ones. The only downside of this one to me is it's so big it's hard to work on in my workspace, because as you saw, I have frequent kitty helpers. Okay, I've got these all in a bin to my left. I'm trying to pull them out. So my number 7 favorite color by number is this one, Colortronic Animals. I know there is another one just called Colortronic. Have it on my wish list, haven't purchased it yet. And this, the size is a little intimidating, but seriously, I love this because this is what it is. I am a color by number rule breaker. If I don't like the color palette, I will change it out. If it is too many of one color, I will change it out. I am always about non-realism because I can't color realistically that well. And we'll show the answers again, but for now, these are really nice big spaces. The page is large. The numbers, the font is small. Again, they also only put the number in once. It's a relatively large space. But is it just me? Is this like so... I can't tell if it's because I'm filming and my battery's dying or if it's that poorly lit. So I think because of the open of the space, this would be okay if you were a little worried about being able to see it visually, because the space is big and then you can make out the number. But these are all animals, and I have one completed and 2 whips. So here was the very first one I did. This was a buddy color. I had a blast with this. I used black paint on the background. And another sneak peek. I just did the coloring of the main image. I still need to do the backgrounds of these. And you wouldn't have to. So now we're going to look at the solutions, and you can see some of them, they give you a color for the background, and I plan to paint or do something, just because even with an alcohol marker, it's going to use up a lot of ink, and I know I'll get it to streak. And some of them, they've left white. I've thought about going through and like painting out all the backgrounds, then I don't know how it'll be to color on top of them. So instead I just decided I'm going to work from front to back, and that way if I do paint or do any extra on the completed page, won't have a problem when I'm coloring the next page. And there are the rest. So love this book, love all the crazy colors. And this one was kind of the full rainbow. And then I noticed like this, it was a limited, even though it's the same color palette, they really focused on the warm oranges and yellows, and then paired it with blues and purples, which are a lovely match. And then here you can see we did the greens and blues with the pinks and reds. So even though it's the same color palette throughout the book, the way that the publisher made this, they come out different, I think. Number 6 book. Again, people may not agree with me. This I got on Book Outlet. It is Lots of Dots, Anna and Sheena in China. And it's a heavy book because it's this thick cardboard front and back. And it has a lot of pages. The front half kind of gives you a whole how-to. So you have an introduction, what to use, how you can make your own images. It has practices, and then it gives you the answer key. And then they have a list of what actually the page is. So if you were like wanted to color a flamingo, oh, easy to find. And by this gallery, it means it's showing you the completed flamingo that they did is on 23, and then the template, which is the page for you to color, is on 71. And then it goes on, there are intermediate and advanced. I found them all fairly simple, so I'm not at this point caring to learn how to draw my own, but they go through step by step. And then here's your practice one, and this basically shows you. So this is what a completed gallery page is, and then here is the page you get to color, and it's basically all color by color. So they've got the color, and you find your marker, crayon, whatever you want to use that's closest to it, and color. So here, this section is all the templates, and these aren't a mystery, so that's fine. And then let me show you, I have done some in here. I just started from the front, and I've used, I think, water-based markers, which kind of eat up the fiber. I can feel it, if that makes sense. And these are also perforated if you wanted to take them out. So I've done all three, you know, easy, medium, and difficult, and I don't think there's much difference. This is a difficult, it says, and this was supposed to be the easy. Size of the dots are the same. You get big dots, little dots. Maybe it's just the amount of space you're coloring that is more advanced. And here, this one I used alcohol marker in. You can see how that looks. And I don't always have an exact match, but it's fine. So there was another one. But I really love this. These go super quick. They color up. It's perfect for like watching TV. You just want to keep your hands busy and take your mind off of whatever. So I absolutely love this book. It was a great find when I got it on Book Outlet, and I'm so happy to have it. Okay, we're down to the top 5. Again, this was probably supposed to be like a 10-minute video, but hey, you're at Spicy Cat Colors. Nothing here is short. Of course, I could almost just do my top 10 cat coloring books. Maybe I'll have to come up with that tag. So, Creative Haven, Cats Color by Number by George Tufexis. This is actually a pretty thick book. It's got over 45. And if you are a color by number, we're going to show you the answer key fan. Creative Haven, George Tufexis. He is an amazing person, but they are detailed. Look at how lovely those are. And then on the front, the downside about this book is the color chart is there. Is it on the back? Yeah, it's only in one spot on the inside cover. So when you're working on a page, I just wish there were a way to have it. It's, you know, I can slightly fold it up. It's not the end of the world, and I keep telling myself to take this and print it out, like scan it and print it out on a color printer, and I haven't. These definitely are not good if you have visual impairment issues. These are very small, and a lot of these spaces are very detailed. The image sometimes, for the most part, has, oh, I must have wanted to do that one and I never did, have larger spaces, but I don't know. It's a iffy one. You know yourself best. And I think I've got 2 that I've done in here. Yes, here was my first one, and I did this with a mix of alcohol, you can always tell, alcohol markers, pretty much for the background, and then I only did glitter on my cat and some of my flowers. And the other page I did was, it's in here, here we go. This one, I did this one in my birthday month because I'm like, oh, it's like my cats always bring me presents. And I did this one with colored pencil. So you can kind of see, you know, this paper is good. It's whatever you prefer. These are a little tricky because they have these sections where you're supposed to shade. So like it's marked 0 means you're supposed to shade between like the other 2 colors. And I just went in with gray because it was tricky. I couldn't figure out else to do it, and I think I pretty much ignored it in this picture where I was supposed to shade. So, but I do love these. They take me a long time, so, but yeah, George Tufex's, love this. Number 4, I have chosen the Sun Life drawing. I have a couple. They have a lot of color by numbers or single color, all of that kind of thing. I have very much enjoyed them. They have these mosaic versions, the travel mosaic. They currently only have 3 of them. They're available in black and white background. I have all 3 of the blacks. There's a Christmas one, which I completed. I have a video on that, completed book. And there's this travel and the animal. And I do enjoy these. I like using alcohol markers because I think they look beautiful when it's done. Even when you make some mistakes, it's okay. And I like the black background. They have the same color palette throughout the book. The landscape are all in the back half of the book, and then the front half are your portraits. This one I did all in glitter gel pen. Oh yeah. And then you can see it'll switch to the, there we go, portrait. And these are nice. The other ones that I really like, and to be honest, this is going to be my number 4, is Little Witches. I do like the mosaic style, and this is similar but a little different. This is their stained glass color by number, and they have a few of these. I only have the Little Witches. There is a Christmas one, there is a mice one, a fairy one, and I like these better. Let me show you the one page I've done. I like the loose, I mean, with the black background, I like that part, which again, I think these come both ways. And I just like the irregular edges. It's still super cute. These are all on same version where they have your landscape at the back, and I just find them very, very cute. The spaces to color are smaller than your mosaic, and they are very light print for your number. So, well lit, you might be okay, but they are, I think they also have these in a large print version, which is very nice because I think it's the same images but large print, so the areas are a lot easier to color. But love this book. Here is my number 4. Number 3 on the countdown is, oops, I grabbed too many. Oh, maybe not. Belba family. So I have 2 different of the Belba family color by number styles. I have their mystery mosaics, of course, Wildcats, and I have their stone mosaic. I'm pretty sure they have other choices too. This, I'm just showing you, this one, believe it or not, as a cat lady, is not my favorite. This is not my number 3. I just want to show you that these are very fun. The reason I love the mosaic, not the mosaic, what are the, yeah, the mystery mosaics, is because Belba, whatever their theme is, they have your image. So this one, it's cats, and they do something fun on the background. It may or may not have anything to do with this image, but it makes it so fun for me. I'm often more excited to see what's going to be my background than the actual image. The problem I have with these are the 3x3s are so flippin' tiny, and I am messy. So I think I just need to switch out and maybe use fine liners, because like my super tips and others, well, there's big sections you do. There's a whole story behind my green cat. You gotta watch my March completed pages to get it. But like, look at these adorable little rainbow fish in the background. And I think they have a larger size than the 3x3. So once I make some progress, I will try those out. But you know, here, I absolutely love this. I don't know if it's yarn zipping around. We got another cat up here. It is very fun. So the mosaics I love. I want to get their animals one, even if it's 3x3. But the one that would be my number 3 choice is the Stone Mosaic. This is the only volume I have. They did just recently come out with volume 4, or book 4, and I was on the fence about these and I didn't buy them because at first I'm like, I just don't get it. I wasn't like in love with completed pages I saw, and then I bought one. And these are somewhat of a mystery. Some you can tell, some you can't. I've done several pages in here, and they are so fun and easy to color. I love the stone shape. It's so easy to color, especially with a brush tip. And yeah, I take it back if I ever thought anything bad about it. I have changed, like this one, I did change my background colors. They were supposed to all be peach and dark green. So I didn't have a peach marker with me, so I switched it out. But you can still obviously tell what it is. And then what I most recently did, which I loved, is on this one I colored in the grout. This is a mosaic, and I have a bunch of gray markers that I rarely use, and I decided to grout my mosaic. And I loved it. And the best part is I posted it on my Instagram and tagged Belba family, and I'm like, hey, what do you think? What about a black background stone mosaic? And check out my Instagram to see what they said. I'm really bad. I don't spill the beans. But yeah, this is a very fun book. So I will complete this book, and then I know I will end up getting all the other volumes. I may end up having to just get volume 4 right away, just because that's how I am. But this is my number 3 color by number favorite. Now, again, I can't just pick one, but I'm showing you examples. Color Questopia. I held off on Color Questopia too. I bought this one first. I saw on a channel, and I thought, well, this is a good one to practice with. And this is on my 10 books to finish this year, and I have done a whole lot. I've done all my bonus pages, and then I've been working on the fairies. I just did those throughout the year, but now I've been working on the fairies from back to front, and I like them. In the fairies, here's when I remember I was talking about eyeballs. I like the ladies without any eyeballs because it's fine. I don't mess it up. When I get eyeballs, this is what happens. Do you see this? Tell me, yeah, that's scary. What was I thinking? I was using pink to do my white lines, and now she's got pink eye. And nobody likes that. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do the eyes. Here, this one was good because her eyes are closed. Again, there's a story behind all of these. I give my girls a name. Here we have the P.T. Barnum fairy. Everyone gets a name. And I'm coming up with a little bit better plan on my eyeballs. Here, we're good again. And now I'm trying. It's still not perfect, but you see, I'm trying to like give them some eyelashes and color it. Color in the eye. But kind of looks like spiders. Anyway, I do enjoy this book. The one thing I don't care for in at least the earlier, and I think they've started to change, is the backgrounds are pretty much all the same. You know, it's sky, and they're all blue, and they're all the same shapes on every page. It's just a lot of repetition. So, and they're always a blue sky. So change them out, do whatever you want, but I don't know. I just get tired of that. So I'll make the changes. And here's one where I changed. So I also have the Chibi Girls because it was on sale. I haven't done a lot in here, but I've started. I think this was the first one I did. Talk about no clue what's going on with the eyeballs. That's what a sad but true thing. And then here is one that I changed it because this was all blue, and I decided to create a rainbow. So the good thing is the consistency, that all the little places were the same. I could easily make a rainbow. She's looking a little cross-eyed, but She is what she is. And then this is my most recent, is the llama. And I've only done one in here. And this is going to be my choice of Color Questopia favorite book. I could cheat because I do have their compilation where it's like one of all the books. But this one I know is going to be my favorite because of the colors. Now, it's the color palette changes between whatever. Oh, are these all the same? But these are all older ones. So they've added colors, changed colors, yada yada. But because of the way they've colored and picked your color choices for these llamas, I hope they're all as vibrant as this one, because that will make me happy. And just the images, I can tell I'm going to love every one of these pages. So this is definitely my number 2 favorite book. Okay, I'm getting down there. I gotta rearrange. Oh, I almost lost the whole pile. Hey, friends, I have a problem. Okay, are we ready for the number 1? Number 1 on my list. Oh, move the table, or this. You can see my yellow pajamas. Okay. Are Disney color by numbers. Now, I'm a Disney fan, not as extreme as many of our friends out here, or many colorists. I only have this one of the Les Grands Classiques, and I've colored 2 pages in it. Now, these books have 100 pages. I want all of them, but I also want to do some work. So I need to color some before I can say I can buy more. And those are my 2 pages I have colored in here. So I do like these. This is one of the style. But my favorite one is the Disney Pixel books. And this of my current collection is my number 1 favorite color by number book in my collection. Disney Babies. These are from, I forgot to say, Hachette Heroes, and available on Amazon France. You can also get them the Spanish versions, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I am trying to finish it this year, and it has been a learning process, but this is very much a pixel. They have your colors on the top and your numbers assigned. Now you can see I started from the front, and I have, hopefully you'll see improvement. I started adding washi border. I found this thin washi borders, and I now add it to every page because I think it helps finish it off, and it also covers up where I go out of the lines. So I have done different styles. I've done some X method. I did some X, some dots, and some solids. I did them a solid. You just never know what it's gonna come out to be. So, sorry, my coffee's in the way here. It depends. I find myself, I usually color the main image. I do like that best solid. And then depending what the background is, I may do it solid. I may X method it. I just like the focal point to be the character. And so in addition to my washi, the other thing I do on this book is they don't put a number where it's supposed to be white, but they do have the lines. So I go in with my white gel pen and I white out the lines on the areas that were left white. I really appreciate, I haven't even mentioned that, but I really appreciate that these, if it's supposed to be white, they don't put a number in. Some, including the mystery colors magazine, have like a number in there to designate white, which I just like, no, just leave it white, even if it's a mystery, because when it's done, it just looks so much cleaner. And then here are the undone pages. You can see, so here's where there's white, there's no letter, and then once I'm done, I'll color in those lines. And this version, at least it has the character name on the top, so it's not the full mystery. But yes, I'm very excited. And then I have completed from here on back. So hopefully we'll have this done very soon. I could just sit down and do them all, but I also want to kind of like spread it out to the end of the year because I thoroughly enjoy them. And that is my number one favorite top 10 Disney top 10 color by number books. Phew. Okay, Lauren. So you threw in an extra question. We're teasing that we're going to do a bonus, and I'm like, oh no, she's going to make us say like our least favorite. And I'm like, that would be terrible. Which she didn't. She wanted us to share our favorite color by number page we have colored. So I think I just showed you guys. Okay, I have a couple tops. So this is my close second. I really do like how this one came out, even though she's a little cross-eyed and crazy. But, you know, that's just me. Self-portrait. That's Kathy. So I really like this one. And then I can't tell you why. I don't know if this was because it was the first book I fell in love with for the color by number. And again, I have two. So I have this one. Oh, I just lost my bookmark, which I really love, and it's because tigers were one of my mom's favorite animals, and I took extra time. Here is where they left a number, and I did the white gel pen trick on here too, and I whited out the lines and removed the numbers. But for some reason, this one is my favorite, and I don't know why. I just absolutely love how this page came out. It's a Black Panther. I did it all in super tips. It was one of the ones I did like almost a year ago when I was first, again, doing this coloring thing. But when I think of my color by number pages, this one's always in my mind. It also very much reminds me and looks like one of my cats. And there you go. We each have our own reasons. Some make sense, some don't. But overall, this is my favorite color by number page. So there you are, friends. I made it through the list, gave you all my honorable mentions, gave you all my reasons and stories, and if you ask me tomorrow, it will probably change again. But thank you, Lauren, for doing this very fun tag, and thank you to Lauren, Samantha, and Tammy for tagging me. I appreciate it. As I said, I'm not tagging anybody directly. If you want to do this, please just do it. As with any tag video, if you see it and you want to participate, go for it. There's no reason you can't. You don't have to be tagged. It is something you can do. And if you don't do videos, you could do your top 10 and post them on Instagram. If you don't do Instagram, just go through your collection and see what you would pick, because I had so much fun just looking at all my color by number books and remembering why I bought some and just having fun. That's what coloring in reality is supposed to be, fun. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed. I would love to hear your thoughts below. I will have the basic info with Lauren's video and the ladies who tagged me if you want to watch their videos, and I will link in all of the books I've shown if you are interested in picking any of them up for your collection. So thank you again, friends. Take care of yourselves. Most importantly, remind yourself how much you matter. You are beautiful. It doesn't matter what color you are. If you color in the lines, out of the lines, with markers, with pencils, with crayons, we're all beautiful and we make a difference in this world. Don't forget it. Love you. Bye.